properly organizing a trip with a pet is only half the battle. You also need to take care of the pet itself. Any trip is a big stress for an animal. Dogs get especially anxious, believe me. How do you prepare them for a trip? How can you make it so your dog is comfortable traveling with you? Zoo psychologist Antoine Najarian is here to tell us.
Antoine Najarian, a specialist in dog behavior, one of the most popular bloggers in Russia and the CIS, who makes videos on the topic of raising these four-legged pets. He assured that the owners themselves are to blame for problems in a dog's behavior.
Antoine, hello. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you. Please have a seat. Antoine, we've started a very interesting topic about traveling with pets. And I understand that for those doing it for the first time, it's a really serious problem and a serious challenge. How do you prepare a dog for a flight?
Well, the thing is, a dog has to fly in a carrier, right? If I were faced with the task of my dog having to fly with me in a week, I would start with the fact that knowing she has no experience being calm and peaceful in a carrier.
By the way, in my experience, a week is not enough. You need to start those training sessions well in advance.
Yes, yes. Just getting them used to the carrier. Create a very favorable environment in the carrier for the dog so that it's comfortable in there. So it relaxes there, feels at peace, gets a massage, gets some kind of bonuses for it so that it enjoys being there. You need to achieve that. You understand? Because the flight itself is already a kind of stress for the dog because the pressure changes drastically. Dogs are very sensitive, right? And then a second stressor is they put me in some strange place. What am I have no experience being here.
Right.
So if you get the dog used to it from the start so that it likes being in there, so that it falls asleep there, relaxes, right? Then it'll be much more comfortable for it to be in there on the plane.
What else can we do for the dog?
Another very important thing is the person's state of mind. If the person themselves is worried and tense,
That's me.
you see, dogs understand us on the level of body chemistry. Right now, I'm in a good mood. I'm radiating and smelling a certain way. The dog already knows that smell. As soon as I start to worry, get irritated, get anxious, right? The biochemical composition of my body instantly changes. And I'm unconsciously sending a signal to the dog that something's wrong.
How do you feel about sedatives?
You know, sedatives will only work in cases where the mind is calm. They don't affect an anxious mind. If you give a sedative to an already anxious, agitated dog, it'll only be 20% effective. We want more than that. So the dog needs to be in a calm state, not agitated, for at least 10 or 15 minutes, and then be given the medication. Then its effect will be much greater.
What do you do if the dog has to fly in the cargo hold? The owner won't be there.
Yeah, I understand. I've often observed how an owner says goodbye to their dog. It's like some kind of tragedy. If you just say goodbye without any emotion and just leave,
Bye.
believe me, yes, it'll be much easier for her than if you project this energy of mourning.
Oh.
Poor thing, how will you manage without me? Oh, I'll be so worried about you. Because the dog feels all of that, right? That something is wrong with the owner. Because in principle, every day they go to work. Everything's normal. Bye, I'll be back. And that's it, right?
Great.
But in this case, something very strange must be happening because the owner is acting strangely. So for the dog, it's much harder to say goodbye to a person like that than, as you said, just saying bye.
All the best. See you in the next city. So we've landed, Antoine. How can we help a dog that's experienced stress to find itself again, to relax and forget about the flight?
Remind her that she's a dog. You can do that using her nose, eyes, and ears. Just take the dog for about an hour-long walk.
And she'll feel better right away?
Yes, because a walk implies exploration.
Yes.
See, a dog can't worry and explore at the same time. If she's worried, we switch her focus to exploring a new area. As soon as she starts sniffing, the process is in her brain change. If you take her for a 30 to 40-minute walk, she'll be back to her normal self, and you can return to the hotel.
When it comes to breeds, how important is it, let's say, to choose a dog breed that matches the owner's lifestyle?
That's one of the most crucial points where most people make a mistake. You see, they're very active breeds, right? The same Labrador, the same Huskies. And a person, first and foremost, should look at their own lifestyle and energy level. If a person realizes they have a low energy level, then I don't advise getting a Doberman because a Doberman's energy potential is very high. And there will definitely be misunderstandings in the relationship between that person and that dog.
I really want to tell you about one breed. Not long ago, our film crew visited a kennel where we met a breed that was new to all of us called Weimaraners.
Yes.
We just fell in love with this breed. So, of course, we invited the owner of this wonderful, memorable breed. She'll be joining us in the studio now. This is a woman whose morning is always good, the host of the program Morning of Russia, Elena Nikolaeva. Please welcome her.
Alina Nikolaeva, actress and photo model, host of the program Morning of Russia on the Russia One channel. She's married and is raising her son, Alexander.
Yeah, yeah. Gerda, Gerda,
Hello. Wow.
Gerda, come here.
Wow. Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Please have a seat.
Hello.
An incredibly beautiful dog. It's impossible to take your eyes off him. And I take it this is the exact breed you wanted.
Well, it wasn't exactly that I wanted this breed. For a very long time, I was a partner with a foundation that helps temporarily homeless animals, as we mentioned. So I always thought, first a husband, then a cat, so you don't have a situation where someone's peeing in your slippers and you're forced to choose between, say, Vasily or whoever. And that's basically how it happened. I met my future husband. We figured everything out, but for some reason, instead of a cat, we decided we should get a dog. Naturally, the first place I went was the center I supported. And there we actually found an amazing dog, a mix of who knows what with who knows what, with different colored eyes. One was blue, like mine, and the other was green, like my husband's.
Like his. We have to take her.
Well, we have to take her. And we were already getting to know her. We visited a couple of times, brought our adult children over, everyone met.
You're so responsible.
It turned out the dog belonged to a handler, and owners had already been found for her in Germany. And then on social media, I see a photo from a friend of mine with this incredibly beautiful dog. I didn't know anything about the breed. And they have blue eyes until they're about 3.5 months old.
But tell me the truth, you bought her for her looks, right?
Later, yes, but we were going for a boy. But this girl chose us herself. We arrived, there were a lot of puppies, and she just started trying to get into the car, even though she'd never seen a car before. So she really chose us, and you can feel it in every detail. I mean, I can let her off the leash outside without worry. She'll always choose me.
So what? Are you a match with this dog or not? What we were talking about with Antoine.
In terms of rhythm, in terms of energy? Well, you have to walk this dog a lot. And I'll admit it,
As someone who films in the mornings and evenings,
I confess, I don't walk her a lot, but we got this dog for myself, my husband, and for our daughter. And she, to this day, she's very responsible. Her morning is our evening.
Evie, so how much do you match with this breed?
So we have to periodically send her to a sports camp because these dogs are a hunting breed. They're gun dogs. They have to run a lot. And at home, they're basically ready to lie on the couch or in any other cozy space. And we have to send her to sports camp because she gets fat, gains weight, and that's very unhealthy, honestly.
Antoine, please tell us more about this incredibly beautiful breed.
Maybe we'll call her over. Judah, come here.
The dog, this breed is really very, very beautiful, right? They have very expressive eyes, coat, ears. In short, very beautiful.
A beautiful bird.
Yes. This breed is also called, as was mentioned today, the silver bullet.
A bullet, a silver bullet.
Yes, I've heard the silver ghost. Both are very impressive.
Very impressive.
But she runs so fast, and really, when she's running, her ears fly back, and she looks like both a ghost and a bullet. So it all fits.
Yes. For owners of dogs with very active breeds, let's say like this one, this beauty, right? And who have little time, I recommend getting a treadmill. I'm being completely serious because a treadmill helps burn off energy. It will never replace a walk. But if a person has little time, you can use a treadmill. You just need the treadmill to be positioned so that one side is against a wall to block off an escape route on one side.
Yes.
Secondly, you shouldn't put them on the treadmill right away. The treadmill first needs to become some kind of visual novelty for the dog. Oh, something new has appeared in the house, right? So she can sniff it, live with the experience for a couple of days that something new is there. Then also, Dimitri, you need to give her treats on the turned off treadmill. You need to massage her, have her lie down,
Subtly turn it on.
and then, yes, turn it on. Yes, and hold the dog. Don't let her, because for the first 15 to 20 seconds, the dog starts to panic. It's unusual for her that the floor is moving. She's used to moving, not the floor. We,
Had the pandemic. At the time when she was just a puppy, and we really invested a lot in her brain. I mean, trainers would come to her, and then all of that shut down. And we would show her videos where they train the exact same kind of dogs. She recognized them perfectly. And we'd say, "See what they're doing?" And she's like, "Yes, I get it. Sit, lie down, you can't do that." She remembered everything.
You really took it seriously. Okay. So maybe the solution would be to take this dog to a baiting session, a kind of simulated hunt?
Dintry, if the owner of such a dog goes hunting, then it makes sense. If the person isn't a hunter and doesn't do that, why develop those qualities? They're already in her, right? If you develop those qualities, you might start having problems in the city. She'll react to all fast moving birds, cats, everything.
We actually did send her for, it's called field training. I mean, when you get a dog like this, there aren't that many kennels, in Russia, and they all set some crazy conditions. But we promised that we would take her to dog shows. We hired a special person for that. She has all the awards that a dog like this is supposed to have.
So that's you?
That's her, meet her.
A pleasure.
Now you see her differently, right? My child is 1 year and 8 months old, and she, of course, is, well, jealous of him because she loves affection so much. She loves being with us, with my husband, all properly arranged on the couch, and then this little, troglodyte appeared.
How do you make sure a dog isn't jealous of a child?
Elena, in both the human and animal worlds, there's such a thing as personal space. You see, if a dog is always used to being here, right next to me, then our personal space becomes the same. I go there, she follows me. I go that way. And if someone else appears who gets more attention, something switches on in them. You see, dogs don't really have jealousy. That's a human quality. They have possessiveness. This is my person. That's it. No one gets closer.
You shouldn't be touching me. She'll see it, and that'll be it. A silver bullet will fly right at you. Our conversation will be over. Peaceful.
Yes. That's why I always explain to people and show them that you need to establish your personal space so the dog isn't always in it. Because when I say get out of my personal space, it doesn't mean I don't love this dog. It means I'm training her, giving her information on how to behave in certain situations.
And that means that at some point, the dog can't approach the child at the moment when the owner doesn't want her to. Then there's no jealousy.
Yes, it's just a training measure that in most cases can help deal with one situation or another.
They're talking about you. Thank you very much. Friends, we could truly talk endlessly about a topic we adore. But I understand that Gerda is waiting for a gift that will appear in the studio right now. Antoine, I'm always so glad. Please, come back more often. I really love talking with you.
A pleasure.
Dear friends, love your pets, and they will, of course, love you back. Thanks for being with us today. Don't forget that here, you're among friends. See you in a week. Bye.